Hey folks, Josh here at Fortner's Frontier Leather. So, I got an order in from Tandy today, from Tandy Leather Factory, and I wanted to roll these hides out and all this stuff out in front of you because I want to let you know a little bit about leather, maybe answer some questions you probably maybe never even thought to ask because a lot of people just don't know these things. So this is good for you to know as somebody who's purchasing a leather item, and it's great for you to know if you're wanting to get into leather work. You need to understand the different types of leather, their characteristics, and what each one is best used for. So first off, we'll roll this out. This is a side, which means it is one whole side of the animal, of the cow. It's big. It's basically half a cow. This is saddle skirting in chestnut. See, it's pre-dyed. For those of you wanting to get into leather work, Tandy Leather has these on sale for 80 bucks right now. That's pretty cheap. I don't know if you can see, but you can see the scratches from the barbed wire and the animal, the bug bites on the hide. You know, these hides, they come off of a live animal. You're going to see the life of the animal and see everything it's been through. I like that. I don't cut around these marks. You can see the stretch marks and everything. I like for them to be part of the item because it gives it character. This is natural veg tan leather. Veg tan leather is dyed naturally with natural materials like things like acorns and leaves and things like that have tannin in them. Sorry, my alarm's going off. Let me cut that off. So this stuff is more rigid. This is 13 ounce, which is about a 1/4 inch thick. Leather is measured in ounces. That is not actual weight. It's the thickness. It is called weight, but it's not weight the way you think of weight. It's the thickness. But that's about a 1/4 inch thick. This is thick, heavy stuff. I use this for gun belts. I'm going to use this one for some log carriers that I have ordered on Etsy right now. And this is just some, really heavy. Natural veg tan is more rigid and good for holsters and belts and things like that. Second type of leather I got in, and you can already tell that this is much more supple. This is a chrome tan side. This is chrome tan. It's tanned with chromium salts. So this is kind of more chemically tanned. It's not naturally tanned like the goodness, I lost my train of thought. It's not naturally tanned like the vegetable tan. This is used for more supple items, bags. It's a clothing type of leather. It's used in upholstery on your couches and your car seats and things like that. Sometimes if it's using real leather, that is. So both of these leathers are good. Some people talk bad about chrome tan. It's not bad. It just has a different use. This stuff is on sale at Tandy for all of you who want to get into leather work for $40 right now. Also dirt cheap. I'd recommend that you jump on this stuff. Just know what you want to make, and you need to know what type of items you're going to make before you buy leather to make sure you buy the correct type of leather. So I use this to make bags. I'm going to make some work aprons for all of you blacksmiths, woodworkers, anybody who needs to wear an apron to protect your clothes and yourself. So yeah, you can see here this bag. I make things like this sometimes with chrome tan. This is actually veg tan, just really thin veg tan. This is thin as well. This is 4 ounce compared to the 13 ounce underneath here. So chrome tan is great for things like that. So I hope that kind of clarifies veg tan and chrome tan. You got your more like garment type of leather, the more supple. It resists water and moisture and things like that more. You spill things on it, it's not really going to soak in so much as the veg tan will. I prefer veg tan. A lot of people do because it's natural. Like I say, it's more rigid, and it's just a tougher leather. You can also stamp it and dye it and things like that. Now, one type of leather that you want to avoid, which you see in a lot of your big box store belts and things like that, is bonded leather. If you see something that says bonded leather, don't buy it, because I'm going to tell you what it is. These are whole hides. These are like the full grain of the skin of the animal. What bonded leather is leather workers and leather companies, they make things from real leather. They end up with shavings like this. So, you skive things down and make them thinner. You have all these shavings left. you end up with pieces left that were cut off like so, and all that. You get all this waste, right? You have all these little shavings and all this waste. It's right here. It's almost like sawdust. That's what bonded leather is. They take it and they smush it all back together. It's all glued together and then refinished on top so that it looks more like real natural leather. It is leather, but it's glued together, and it also has sometimes some thin synthetic stuff like fillers put in there with it. It's trash. Don't buy it. I bought a leather from the Mart of Wall the other day. Looked at it, you know, just to kind of compare my belts with theirs. It was bonded leather. I cut a piece of it, and it just kind of fell apart. Looked like insulation or something coming out of it. It's trash. Also, something's called genuine leather. We've all heard of genuine leather. Genuine leather is deceptive too. That name is very deceptive. It contains real leather, but it's not full grain. It wasn't cut just straight out of the hide. It's similar to that. It may be the top of the hide has been shaved off, or the bottom. Or no, that's not. That's top grain. But it may be this bottom side that's shaved off, and so it's real leather. It's also not the full grain of the hide like we do, and just cut it straight out of the hide, and you know, that's it. So I hope that tells you some things and teaches you some stuff about leather that you may not have known. I'll dig deeper into this kind of stuff in later videos. I just wanted to open this stuff up in front of y'all and just tell you the things, you know, that I can think of right off the top of my head. Also got some 1/2-inch strap buckles to use for shoulder holsters and bag straps and things like that. Also some rivets in today, different size rivets, so I can, you know, make all this stuff that y'all are ordering like crazy, and I appreciate it. Probably going to be doing this full time soon, and I thank y'all very much. So if you have any questions about different types of leather, how things are made like that, you know, further questions about the things that I've discussed, let me know. Shoot me a message or comment on this video, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks, guys.